Hey everyone, sorry I'm not able to be with you today. Today what we're going to do is we're going to learn about a project that we're going to start today called a Graphing Stories project. So we're going to see some examples and you're going to need to get out your notes because we're going to try one together. So we're going to be drawing a graph. Get ready. So today we're going to look at a graphing story. This is called Height of Waist Off of the Ground. So someone made this video and they're going to graph what the actions here. So we have time and height of waist off of ground. So I'm actually going to pause that there, and I'm going to take a graph of my own and try to do this as we're watching this. So I have time in seconds down here, because each one is 15 seconds, and then I'm going to say over here that this is height of waist off of ground. And that's in feet. So I have my units, and then I'm just going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have my units labeled over here. So here's my time, here's my height of waist off of the ground in feet, and I've got all my numbers. I'm going to go back and hit play again. And then we can watch the actual video. Ready, set, go. So we can see the time marked as we go in seconds and what the person is doing. So the first time they did it was at full speed, and then I'm going to use this half speed to actually mark the things as I go. I'm assuming that this person starts at their waist about 3 feet. So I'm going to start there. I'm going to go ahead and hit play. Ready, set, go. Okay, so 0. Then they're climbing up until they get to about 5 seconds. Okay. Then at 7 they go down a bit. Then they wait. And then at 11 they start. And then it goes down to about 3 again. Okay, so I'm going to pause and kind of connect my dots there. So I saw that they went up the ladder. Then they sat down, then they waited, then they went down the slide. So now it's going to show me the answer and see how this goes. So here's the answer, and it's going to lay it over the picture so that I can see it a little bit better. Okay, so I got a lot of it. I missed this part here where they stood still for a little bit, and there was this up. But for the most part, that's pretty much straight on for what we did. And again, these aren't perfectly measured, so it's just a guess of where we were in height. So this is how we graph a story. Okay, so we're going to watch another graphing story, but this time you're going to graph it yourself in your notes. So you're actually going to take a second, and while I'm pressing play, you can go ahead and make a graph in your notes. Okay, so we have time and distance from the home plate in feet. We're going up by 12s. I literally have no idea how far something is from home plate, so let's pause for a second. Let's pause the video and give you a little bit of time to go ahead and create this graph in your notes. So time, distance from home plate, and feet. So go ahead and pause. Okay, so now that you have your graph, let's take a look at what is going on. All right, now the person is way back over here, and they're actually at home plate, and they're rounding the bases. So they're as far as they are from home plate, then they turn around, essentially. I know it doesn't look like they're turning around, but they go back to home plate. So I want you to pause this. I'm going to pause a sec for you so you can think about this, because this is kind of tricky. They went far away from home plate, then they came back to home plate. Okay, so let's try this at the half speed. Okay, so rounding first base at 4 seconds. Second base at around 8. Third at around 11 or 12. And then they're back at home. Okay, so let's see how you did. If you haven't already, why don't you take a sec and graph what happened? Okay, so let's see how you did. So here's the answer. Okay, so we went far away from home plate. Then when you got to second base, they started coming back. Distance to home plate. And there you have it. So what you're going to be doing is creating a graphing story of your own. You're going to need to create a video, or you can take a series of pictures, but a video is probably an easier way to do this, of something that we can graph. Time versus something. Movement is one. There's a lot of different ideas on the website for you to look at. But you're going to be creating a video of this and then an answer to create your own graphing story. Okay, so I got this video that I just showed you from graphingstories.com. So you're going to, like I said, you're going to be creating your own graphing story. So this is an individual project, and you're going to investigate the relationship between two quantities. It's due Thursday, 9:30, which is next Thursday. You have today, and you're going to have all in class on Monday and over this weekend to work on it. So I showed you one example, but just in case you want some more, you can click on this link here and it takes you through various videos that you can watch so that you can get some practice in how to do this. I want to show you where this is. So under your class, it's under chapter 1 and then graphing stories right here, graphing stories project. So your task is to create your own story. Decide on a visual story that you can tell between two quantities. Notice that independent variables often time, but it doesn't have to be. You could record a video or take at least 5 pictures to provide a visual of your story. The video or photos need to be uploaded to a PowerPoint, so use whatever method of recording or taking pictures you feel comfortable with. And you're going to make a PowerPoint presentation with 4 slides like we just saw. So the first slide is going to be your title page, have the title, your name. And then you're going to have slide 2 is going to have a blank graph with axes labeled. If you would like, I put some of the blank graphs that I used here so that you can kind of use those if you want for a template. Okay, and then I need your story. If it's a video, keep it within 10 to 20 seconds. If you're using photos, make sure that you have 5 photos, one that has start, one that has end, and at least 3 stages in the middle. And then you need a completed graph showing the relationship between two quantities. So be creative and fun on this. Today is your day to kind of brainstorm ideas in your mind and think about what two quantities you might want to look at. When you're finished, you're going to turn your PowerPoint into a Teams assignment, which we'll talk more about on Monday, but be prepared to present your slides to the class on Thursday. So this is kind of how you're being graded. And please know that I'll be there on Monday to answer any questions that you have. So today is your day to brainstorm, and then over the weekend you could start filming or taking photos if you like. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or Teams message me. You got this. Have a great day.